Welcome back to... What are we?
Who
are we? What are we doing?
Otaku Tuesday.
Yay!
You know it's Tuesday when it's Otaku Tuesday.
Yeah, usually, unless you're watching this on a different day. Because you're not forced to watch it on a Tuesday.
How dare you?
But if you're not, then are you a true fan? Yes, we still love you. So we're about to do some terrible things to Makina.
Seems like we're about to...
It seems. It's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, we're about to ruin our current relationship.
Ruin. Okay. Like it won't be like the perfect thing to do in the situation because this is not reality.
Oh, right. I meant improve.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to become closer and everything will work out perfectly and you'll live happily ever after in that cabin away from her family or something.
True.
I don't know. She'll
reclaim the Pride lands and...
Yeah. Or she'll Hakuna Matata and fake her own death or something. I don't know.
Yeah, why not just go into, like, witness protection? I mean, I don't know.
Well, she wants to be at the school. She
does. Just run away. Run away with her.
Yeah, and once she has you, then she won't need the school anymore.
Right.
So perfect. This is how it's going to justify this terrible idea.
Let's do it.
All right, you have to do all of it.
As she speaks, Makina puts both of her hands on the wooden floor and lurches unsteadily up off the ground.
That's hot.
Hey. I reflexively reach out a hand to support the girl as she wobbles precariously, but she wards it off with a little slap.
No.
I can get up myself. I am not a child.
I promise. We have to make sure we clarify that.
Yeah,
right now.
This is a disclaimer. Isn't being pointlessly stubborn over things like that more than a little childish?
Stop making it weird.
No, I'm not a child. I'm not. Makina makes it to her feet, unsteady as a newborn foal, and leans back against the window with a thump. And then reaches her small, stubby hands to her collarbone, seizing the ribbon of her school uniform. See?
Oh my goodness. That was fast.
Well then.
We should have known.
Break out the Otaku.
Hell yeah.
He's HD now.
Not for us, though. Ooh.
Well, I'm not a child, right?
Oh, is this his first appearance on this channel?
No. No, because remember she was naked. Her sprite was naked.
Oh, that's right.
During the dream.
Yeah.
I'm not a child. Ah, I see.
Actually, they're bees.
Actually, I'm having a hard time following the logic here. First word that comes to mind is underdeveloped. Perhaps because of Amine's corrective efforts. But the band and bust have grown differently, producing the so-called triangular shape. On the whole, they're the very picture of tiny tits.
Yeah, in your face.
Tiny tits.
Tiny tits McGee.
The way they point sharply upward feels almost like a weak attempt at self-assertion. We are sweating a little bit. Inspiring.
Your boobs sound weird.
Something almost like pity. If I were to yell, "You're not making a convincing case here, kid," and deliver a karate chop to the dome of her head, this runaway train would probably come crashing to a halt. But you've got to give the girl credit for her effort and her courage, right?
I mean, it's working on me.
Taking in the spectacle, I vigorously nod my head in approval of nothing in particular. Hey, Papa, take my virginity.
You know.
Say what now? This little punk. Oh, she's so cheeky. But now she's actually trying to seduce me.
That darn kid. I mean, adult.
Or maybe you're not interested. You don't want to sleep with a girl like me. And I'll let you do anything you want, you know. Ah. I was wondering where this was coming from. Sounds like she might have gotten a few ideas from Amine. And
you just hear it faintly through the door. No, she didn't.
And everyone else, apparently, who's, like, vigorously getting us to try to fuck each other.
Yeah, it's obviously going to fix everything. God, don't you get women at all?
No.
Oh. That tracks.
Well, no. Shouldn't pass the buck. I'm the one who made her say all this. So, You're ready for this?
Do 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 do.
Yeah, let me just turn on my
My joke jams.
CNC Music Factory. Yeah, Jock Jams 98.
Yeah.
All right, Makina, come here. I'll determine whether you're a woman worth sleeping with by sleeping with you. How are you going to determine that? Well, first of all, show me your happy hole.
Oh God, dude.
The discussion comes after that. Okay.
Happy hole.
What?
This is the most unsexy sex.
Hold up your skirt a little, will you? It's in the way. Yeah. Black, huh? Pointlessly sexy panties, as always.
Well, there's a point now, isn't there?
No, it ain't my fault. Amani picked them out. She said this kind's better.
Amane's smart.
Oh, I'm taking them off, alright? I can take them off myself.
I'm a big girl. Now.
Please don't. Stupid girl. Hasn't Amane taught you that making the man take them off is more exciting?
No comment.
No, Amane's all talk and a virgin too. She doesn't teach me any of that stuff,
She
you know.
is? I'll be right back.
Well, whatever. Here, get those legs up.
Ooh. I wish I had furniture.
It's a little pixelated.
That doesn't look happy at all.
Can you see it?
Well, maybe.
Kind of.
It is winking at me.
Well, crap. It's pixelated.
Of course it is. It's Japan.
I've been dismissing this girl as a kid all this time, but seems like I might have underestimated her.
Yeah. Because everybody knows you don't grow a vagina until you're 18.
True. The word underdeveloped still applies, especially on the visual level. For example, her crotch is pure white, without a single visible hair.
Oh my God, this is making it so much worse. Please stop.
I mean, how old is she? 9?
No, she's... isn't
She shaved, you dumbass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... I don't know, what is her official age in the game?
I think it was...
17?
He was either 15 or 16, whatever
God, yeah, that weird
whatever
like
Sachi
anime
was,
thing of
whatever
like
is legal in Japan.
teenagers- Yeah, quote unquote legal. Doesn't make it okay.
I mean, yeah, she's 0 because
They're
she's a
drawings,
cartoon.
yes. But it's still like, do they have to incessantly bring up how young
Right.
and little she is?
I didn't read any of that.
Sorry.
Something about a bulge. And then we have that noticeable bulge of fat in her abdomen.
Look at that fupa.
Isn't it? It's enough to make a guy want to mutter, couldn't you spare a little of that for the breasts?
Oh my God.
But still, maybe Amane does know what she's talking about. That ridiculously adult black underwear provided a good contrast to the pale vagin that comes into view beneath. How can I put this? You do get the feeling this fruit of Grisaia is not quite ripe for the picking yet, but there's definitely a tempting feminine scent in the air. You're weird. I'm putting my clothes back on.
Yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, it might be a little on the small side, but it's real stretchy and all. I'm sure you're gonna fit. It's fine.
It keeps snacks in there.
This remark Makina provides to spread. Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Time to start censoring words as well. Hold on a second. That thing really does stretch like crazy.
Oh, sweet. It's like a Stretch Armstrong.
Keep Pringles in there? Maybe I really could fit my Hot Wheels collection in
Well,
there.
should I get in foot first or head first?
No, you're getting a good look. See if
You fucking pervert.
you can stretch. It's soft. You want to do it? Come on, let's do it. Makina, my friend.
I think we're a little past that.
What? Can I just like touch it a little bit?
It just like pokes it. It's all oogie.
Just a little bit, okay. All right then, just a little bit. Respect. Having gained Makina's consent, I bring my right thumb to her clitoris,
I was gonna say, just say clitoris.
then liberate it from its protective hood of skin with a firm push.
Let's check what's under the hood. You need an oil change.
Heg you. Heg you? Yeah, it's nothing at all. Just a little surprised. You know, go ahead. All right then, don't mind if I do. Poke, poke, poke.
I wish you would have cut your nails.
This is... What, is there something weird about my vajayjay?
Fucking vajayjay.
No, not weird. Please do not say vajayjay.
Just start using Elliot Reed words for vagina from Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
Her schwim.
The vajayjay in question is perfectly normal, apart from a certain not unpleasant plumpness. Perfectly respectable piece. Oh, you could display anywhere without shame. However, the clitoris that's emerged above is a different story. I found it. I'm the master.
It's so funny too, because like there are so many. I'm sorry, I keep delaying this, but there's so many shows and stuff where it's like, oh, you can't find the clitoris and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It's like, wouldn't it make more sense for it to be like the G spot?
The G spot, yeah.
Because it's pretty obvious.
The memes and the sitcoms are always like, that's the joke.
Yeah,
but...
I guess that's the whole thing. Is like, well, it's obviously gonna be where it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like, are there people out there who don't know? I guess there would be, wouldn't there?
I mean, maybe.
That's sad.
Just...
But the G-spot is different on everybody, so that makes more sense.
Isn't this thing a little too big?
Well, not everybody, but...
I bet you just masturbate sometimes, don't you? No.
Come on, you could tell me. You masturbate sometimes, don't you?
Oh,
I know you didn't have homework yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Come on. You're making this as weird as fuck. Just have sex with me. Damn.
No, we gotta prolong this.
So we have a modest virgin vagina with full marks.
And on the other hand, we have this worn out, used
yeah,
version.
Over here on your right. He wants to flick it until she whimpers and cries. Is it weird looking? Harmony said it was cute, you know? It's definitely a little unbalanced, but I don't dislike it. I want to start my teasing. Then get teased. Let's just get to it. Jesus Christ. Tease that sucker something fierce. What the hell are you saying?
The same thing you said.
Yeah. Make me squeal like a pig tonight.
Who let you watch Deliverance?
No, seriously, what the hell are you saying? Well, I guess you can't expect much else from Makina. In any case, I suppose playing with her until she goes limp from exhaustion wouldn't be such a bad solution to this dilemma.
Yeah, this dilemma, this terrible situation you found yourself in.
Bringing my face closer, I get things started by licking.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was taking my socks off.
Phew! Spreading her, I give her exposed self another lick.
Yeah, she may be a master debater, but you're a cunning linguist.
No! Stop, I'll break! Already? Jesus Christ. Spare me the break, kid. Break me off a piece.
Kit Kat.
Hey, maybe it's actually appropriate in this situation. Picking up Makina's legs even higher, I nuzzle against her with my nose and... yeah. They're starting to do stuff.
Yeah.
Your tongue's doing stuff. Oh no. Don't do that. You're gonna make me... Just as the girl warned, yep.
Oh, my acidic fluid!
And I drink her Mountain Dew.
You and the Mountain Dew. You're gonna develop a complex. Like the next time you have sex, you're gonna be like, oh god, Mountain Dew.
Well, yeah. Well, luckily that'll be never.
Oh my god.
Compared to the usual bitter flavor of Baja
Mountain Dew,
Blast,
yeah.
it's actually a bit salty, sweet. Ooh. And soon the girl loses the focus necessary to babble, and biting down on her lower lip, she moans in a voice that's almost pained.
As long as you don't bite down on her lower lip.
Yeah.
Wink, like I said.
I choose my timing carefully. Ting ting! Walla walla bing bing! Makina wrinkles her brow and tries to endure a mild orgasm. As the pleasure crawls slowly but steadily up her spine, her body begins to tremble violently underneath me, and... No, Papa, run away!
I'm gonna blow!
Run away? To where? To Mars!
Be like that scene in Scary Movie where he like glues her to the ceiling.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever see that movie.
Yeah. Or rather, why? No! Stop! Oops. No, stop, no more! It's happening.
Well, that's not even... That's like full on.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
Women can't control their bladders, huh? Why do so many of these sex scenes have...
I don't know. Some people have that fetish.
Yeah, I guess. I took a direct hit to the face. You got me good. My uniform's soaked.
This is why people have that debate of is squirting pee.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I didn't mean to. Yeah, don't get mad. Yeah. Makina hurriedly grabs my school uniform. Ew.
Why?
Okay, this isn't fun for me.
No, I am not into this.
It's alright. Yeah, I'm seriously sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. Here, let's get those off. Why? Why are you starting from the bottom? Yeah, it's mainly my face and shoulders that got wet, but for some reason Makina grabs hold of my lower body and starts to mess around with my belt. No, you still got a stiffy?
Well, no, not anymore. You just pissed in my face.
Oh, yeah, duh. I took a Viagra, so... Okay, then, since I'm taking off your clothes anyways, you want to do it? Can't I take a bath first? You're just looking for an excuse to run away.
You told me to!
No. Look, just please let go for a second. I won't run. Why don't we just continue in the bath? We don't need tissues in there, and it's easier to deal with the cleanup, right?
But then you gotta put your clothes on and go to the bath, and then...
No, alrighty then. Let's do it in the bath next time, but not right now. You're stubborn. You're just noticing this now? And I won't ask you to take responsibility or anything, so come on, Papa. Yeah, you just get me pregnant and then leave. That totally seems like something she'd be okay with. I would take responsibility even if you don't ask, but you're kind of small, It makes me feel guilty or something, I guess. A little skeeved at myself. You're right. A little guilt is the best spice, right? Hey, looky here. It's a vajayjayjay. It's gonna feel hella good, because it's all slimy-wimey, I'm not even making up these words. This is what she's saying.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
Would you stop rubbing it against my stomach?
Leaving snail trails, God.
Papa, please. I can't wait no more. More yourself, idiot. Well, to be sure, a postponement after coming this far isn't really an attractive option. There's a part of me that isn't quite happy about the idea of having sex while half covered in piss. But I guess there's no helping it.
There is 100% a way to help it. Clean yourself up.
All right, Makina. I'll give you what you want, what you really, really want. Hands on the floor and butt in the air.
You're under arrest.
It's a little embarrassing, but don't laugh at me, okay? It's my butt. Do you know how to do this?
Oh my God.
Don't go mixing it up by pooping up at the poop chute, okay?
Sticking it in my pooper. Are you fucking kidding me? Who is masturbating to this?
How the hell would I mix that up, idiot? Yeah, a lot of people do. If anything, now she's got me tempted to make a mischievous little mistake on purpose. I suppose that'd be too cruel to rule.
Getting flustered over there?
Yeah, but for
out of the sheer cringiness and awkwardness of this whole thing, and like how wrong it is.
Come on, put it in. I get the message already. Calm down. Supporting my peen with my right hand, I nuzzle it against Makina and started going to town.
Because if I didn't support it, it would drop to the floor and break through the wood.
When I start using my hand to get things going, it starts getting things going. This thing's too small.
Ugh.
Give an experimental push forward and instantly meet with fierce resistance. This is definitely going to hurt, you know. Yeah, it's fine. I'll tough it out. Whatever. Okay, here goes.
Never mind, I give up.
Holy fuck, no! Gaga. This time I progress slowly.
Oh god, there's a slight impediment.
Oh no. Suppose this would be the famous hymen I've heard so much about.
Such an honor to meet you, sir.
Okay, Makina, don't get all tense. Every time the girl strains her body, I'm pushed back out the door. Take a long, deep breath, and I'll do it in one. Okay. The moment Makina begins to inhale,
It's like a reversal Moss class.
yeah, she is ready, a little bit more ready to go. Taking advantage of the opportunity, I
Yeah!
with a sensation almost like snapping a rubber band, I'm in. Woo! I've cleared the loading bay. Fighting against the powerful... Yeah, okay. No! Uncensored blood.
Ah!
Blood! Even with a body this small. Chalk it up as another mystery of the female body. I don't really know what he said. Something about...
And he's surprised she could take the whole thing.
Oh. Yeah, it hurts, Papa.
You know shit.
Sorry. No, is it over? Nope, only about half.
Never mind. I thought.
No, fuck. Okay. We're dealing with a first-timer here, and what's more, one with such a small stature. Shoving it in kind of worked, but it's gonna push me right back. Yeah, it's okay. Keep going. I'm going okay, I guess. All right, try to tough it out.
I've broken all my fingernails on the floorboards, but I'm fine.
Yeah. I know the girl is suffering right now, but I just can't stop.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
At this point, calling it off would hurt her even worse.
I don't know if that's true.
Don't need to think too much. Just have to concentrate on the woman in front of me. Makina. She's desperately enduring very real pain just to please me. It's taking everything she has to twist the words "just stop" into vague moans before they can leave her mouth. Holding Makina steady as she unconsciously tries to pull her waist away from the pain, I pierce myself. Oh, shit!
Oh my god.
Into her. Sorry, does it hurt? No, fuck!
What do we do you next?
Yeah, I'm fine.
See if you can relax.
I can keep going, you know. You just want to... This is awesome, I guess. I'm not going to give up.
Yay, sex.
Sorry, kid. Nothing personal.
Don't say that.
Don't apologize. I'm the one who wanted to do this. Hey, Papa, does them feel good? Yeah, it's the best. It's the best! Not that I'd say anything this self-centered out loud, but right now, Makina's more charming than any other woman I've ever slept with.
Which is no one.
Yeah, I thought that was zero.
No, hadn't he hook up with with Jables at some point or something?
I
Or
don't-
there's
something.
I don't think he's ever a virgin
Okay.
in these. He's always had sex at some point.
Oh, yeah, he does say that he was experienced or
Yeah.
whatever. I lower myself down over the girl and... Yeah.
Yep.
Makina, I love you. No.
Never believe someone who says I love you in the middle of sex, because what they actually meant to say is I love this.
The moment I mumble these words against her lobes, Makina's clamps on me. Doing the clamps! And then she's more turned on, apparently.
Oh crap.
Oopsie doopsie. A jolt of panic runs through me as my mind realizes what my mouth just said. Is that all it took? Damn.
Right?
Didn't I decide something? I was trying so hard to be Makina's father to keep myself from showing any stronger feelings. Why'd I have to go and... No, Papa, did you mean that? Do you really love me?
I don't know. It's hard to think right now. I don't have a lot of blood in my brain.
I can't read any of that. They're having sex.
Yes.
At this point, I guess there's no reason to hide it anymore. I love you, Makina, as a woman. As I repeat myself, I can sense Makina's relaxing, the tension draining from her legs and leaving her limp. Yeah, Papa. Does that mean I have to stop calling you Papa?
The sex has become easier through the power of love. This is like a Disney movie. What fucking Disney movies are you watching?
Look who's talking now. What's wrong? I'm feeling
Was
weird.
that the dog one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going squeezy all of a sudden, and my belly's all hot.
Did you notice that the audio of her talking, it's beeping when she gets to vajayjay?
Mm-hmm.
It must not be vajayjay in the Japanese version. It's probably actually just vagina
yeah.
or...
Oh, well, nothing to be worried about. It just means your body's ready to accept me. Yeah, Papa, I love you too. I really do, you know. More than anyone else in the whole world. I know, I feel the same way. I love me too.
I was going to say, I love me more than anyone too.
Hey, Papa, mess me up.
Just fuck up everything.
just fucking churn thine butter.
Just take me to fucking Pound Town.
Yeah, I'll churn it up real good.
Oh my god.
No! Why? No, it feels good, Papa. It feels friggin' good. When two people who love each other have sex, of course it's going to feel good.
Oh my god.
No, Papa, fill me up. Mess me up, whatever. It's probably the same thing. Here? Well, yeah, where else? I mean, my god. My head's going all fluffy-wuffy. I'm probably gonna go crazy.
Yep.
When I keep going, she starts swinging her hips, not fists. You seem to like it here. Yeah, I mean, that's the one hole.
Yeah, it's
that we're currently using anyways.
pretty good.
Oh, no, I'm gonna do it again. I'm sorry. Shouldn't have drank all that Mountain Dew before we started. Makina's body begins to quiver convulsively. Yeah. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna keep going, okay?
Yeah, it sucks for you. If I don't finish, then this doesn't count.
But wait, my tummy, I've ruined my socks.
Oh no!
It's okay. I'll keep just giving you nice little ones while I work up to my big one. Okay. She didn't say that, but
Yeah.
your whole body's pretty sensitive, isn't it? At this point, you're going numb everywhere. Oh, mercy, Papa! Have mercy. I'm going crazy! If you keep this up, my head's gonna break. Yeah, not to worry. I like how nonchalant I am. I mean, he's kind of talking that way, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sex feels even better when you don't know left from right.
I mean, there's like ellipses, so I have to imagine this is like a breathy.
Not
like,
to worry.
Yeah.
Sex feels even better when you don't know left from right.
Yeah. I mean, it's still weird that they're just having this full-on conversation, but
you gotta fill the
you have
silence
to do something
somehow.
when it's not animated, you know?
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Couldn't read any of that. Yeah, it's fine. I'll take it nice and slow. Oh, that's not me. This time, I will take it nice and slow. Picture me inside of you.
Picture a wave.
I don't have to picture it. It's currently happening. Does it feel good? Yeah, it's good. Feels good, Papa.
Your penis feels good.
You're not half bad yourself.
That's some great dirty talk they got going here.
It's small and tight. That's me. That's what it says on my Tinder profile. I'm small and tight. Papa, I can't anymore. Jesus. Okay. Just go.
Okay.
She already went crazy. Oh, dear. Woo. No, that's a lot of, oh, no.
He goof trooped.
I'm going to get pregnant.
Am I pregante?
Yeah. I did it. No, Papa, I love you. Keep going until the fun don't stop. Shoo!
Now let's go again.
Of course. Makina's body shudders and goes utterly limp, slipping through my arms. She pitches head first onto the wooden floor.
Oh god, I killed her.
Oh, fuck, ouch! Get a hold of yourself. Are you alright? No.
That was fun. Here's some cab fare.
When I finally pull out, I thought we were done with that already.
Yeah. Bop.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Papa, I can't stand up. Carry me. Well, crap.
No, you're covered in my jizz.
No, piss. The girl was a virgin. Come to think of it, maybe I'd overdid it a little. I mean, did you, or do you just have a massive hog? Because, I mean, he does. We saw it in
Yeah, he does.
For the time being, you want to go take a bath, finally?
So we could have the second sex?
God. Yeah. When I pull her close, I feel Makina's warmth settle in my arms. After the last few days, it's already a familiar sensation. Holding the girl like this inspires both guilt at having finally made her mine and a new, surprisingly powerful awareness of her as a woman. Can we please stop calling you Papa then?
Yes.
Please? Please don't continue that.
Like, even, like, in their situation, switching it to, like, Daddy would still be iffy.
Yeah, that needs to go away now. Because that was fully the agreement at first.
Right.
It wasn't... yeah.
Unless you're going to say Big Papa.
Yeah. Her shoulders are slender, her head small against my chest. Not exactly voluptuous, and she doesn't make much of a pillow, but I can feel my determination to keep this soft little creature safe growing even more absolute.
I already attack, now I must protect.
Okay, that's actually over.
Hey!
It's kind of surprising.
I know, right?
No, fuck! It's just immediately a sex scene.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was expecting it, honestly.
There are 2 times when a woman will start making particularly unreasonable demands, but only 2.
Sure.
The first is when she wants to confirm that a man loves her, and the second is when she's decided to leave that man. I'm pretty sure what happened last night with Makina falls into the latter category, so when I wake up to find she's no longer lying at my side, I'm not particularly flustered or even surprised. I see, she left, huh? He'd have... You know he's like, oh god, I'm gonna have to face the other girls now.
Yeah.
If anything, resigned might be a better word. Most likely, Makina's decided not to trouble anyone, to go off and fight all alone. I talked pretty damn big about becoming her father, but in the end, I guess I couldn't do much of anything for the girl. Even so, maybe my presence in her life helped Makina find the courage to stand on her own like this. That pathetic, self-serving theory is my only comfort right now.
What do you think? She bailed?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not any part of you that thinks maybe, like, she could have gotten kidnapped, or maybe she went to the bathroom?
Right. Like she's just down in the...
Yeah.
Makina. When I mumble her name, there's a sharp twinge of loneliness in my chest. The thought of never feeling that small body settle onto my lap again makes me sigh out loud.
What are you, an infant? Do you not have object permanence? She's gone forever.
If she's made up her mind to go, there's nothing I can do. If she's decided to confront them all on her own, it's not my place to interfere.
Since when?
But did you really have to vanish without saying a word, Makina? This game's stupid sometimes.
Yeah,
I love this game, but I mean, come on. I'm not going to start complaining about something you decided on your own, and I'm not thoughtless enough to try tagging along on a road you want to walk alone.
Yeah, I walk a lonely road. It's the only road I've ever known.
I mean, not that I wanted you to imitate a certain shaggy-headed German woman and write bye-bye on the window in lipstick or anything. Totally not.
See, yeah, he definitely banged Jables.
Yeah. Seem to remember that making me less sentimental and more irritated. But still, would it have killed you to say I'm going now to my back as I pretended to sleep or something? No, I did that while you were sleeping.
I thought you were pretending.
Shame the girl vanished before I could teach her that sort of romantic etiquette.
It's not my fault when you snore. It sounds like cartoon snoring, so I figured you were lying.
The only thing Makina's left behind in this room is a faint trace of her sweet body odor lingering in the air.
It smells like piss.
And the piss we never cleaned up.
That was her room.
Oh, yeah. Looking more closely, there's actually a few pieces of junk the girl seems to have carried in here at some point.
It's like 3 Tamagotchis on the floor.
Hadn't even noticed. When leaving a man's room, a woman's supposed to carefully gather up all of her personal belongings and then toss a single earring under the bed. Guess nobody explained that to her either. You've got some weird thoughts, man.
Yeah.
I guess it's going to be a while before I can teach her anything again. Hoo-yah! My maudlin thoughts are interrupted by a shout from the lobby outside. I look up reflexively.
Who the hell is that? It couldn't be Makina. She left.
This idiotic voice completely wiping out the motivation of all who hear it. Now, is she going to be... Do you think she's going to be open to the other girls about it?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Well, I'm sure she at least is gonna tell.
Amane?
Well, I don't know if she. Well, yeah, she'd probably tell Amane, and then she'd definitely tell Sachi, or Sachi would know. The only one who's not gonna know what the fuck's going on is Michiru.
Yeah, but that's just because she never knows what the fuck's going on.
Exactly.
Thanks you for coming. You want a beer, you pig? Your phone's ringing. Hurry up, you pig. Sure enough, a certain individual's rudely thumping away at a giant lump of wheat flour, keeping up a constant stream of abuse in a pidgin Japanese of a foreign hostess. Even in this dormitory, there aren't many people who'd keep up this sort of bizarre behavior first thing in the morning. Makina, why? I thought you were dead. Why are you still here?
I gave you cab fare.
Weren't you going off to have a showdown with your mother? Or, confront your destiny or whatever? That's why I had sex with you, because I thought you were going off to die.
Right.
You want more? Yes, you pig. Oh, dirty pig. You're just bread. You're just fucking bread. Stupid bread. Bad bread.
You like that, don't you?
Dirty bread.
You lump of dough.
Filthy little fucking bread, you.
It's like those fucking... I don't know if you've ever seen, like, the thirst TikToks of, like, the dudes who are cooking, and they're, like, pushing their fingers into the bread all sensually and shit. Oh my
yes,
God.
yeah, or like...
There's one guy who, like, slaps it and kisses it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
or,
what
like,
are you
sensually,
doing?
like, pokes at an egg or a Kiev or something.
Oh my God, the egg thing. No comment on that. But, like, the flour thing is just weird to me. Because, like, I get it, like, the slap and whatnot. Because it's, like, it gives that effect of, like, a smack.
Yeah.
But then, like, he, like, leans in and kisses it. And, like, it's like, what is happening here? This is someone's food.
As the girl vigorously assaults the flour while bathing it in abuse, I call out to her small back. Hey, Makina. No, what are you talking to my back for? Mr. President, going home already? Okay, goodbye. Thank you, come again. About face. Yeah, all about your face. Don't at me, kid. What are you snarling about? Oh, I am no longer a kid. I am a woman. You surprised me there, if it isn't Mr. President. Since when was I a president of anything? Well, I can't just keep calling you Papa.
You're the president of this ass.
What are you doing out there?
Master and Commander.
If you can't tell by looking, you won't understand if I tell you, princess. All right, what dynamic do we have now?
I'm so lost.
Who the hell are you calling a princess?
And can you please keep doing it?
Anyway, it's just what it looks like. I'm needing wheat flour while role-playing as an immigrant hostess. I like it. Calling something roleplay doesn't automatically make it kosher, kid. Most likely she's picked up that way of speaking from the hostess that do their shopping down by the station. But that job at the bakery really seems to have expanded her sphere of relationships in some slightly weird directions. Hey, you're up for some bread, right? Hold on just a sec, okay? I'll bake a loaf right now. I mean, it takes like 8 hours. But...
I was going to say, that takes a really long fucking time.
Unless you're not going to add, like, yeast or something. Like, you...
Yeah, she might be making, like, little cupcakes and muffins or something.
Cheerfully adding, and by a sec, I mean, it's going to take an hour. Makina turns her back to me and then begins roughly chopping up the thoroughly degassed dough and rolling it into balls. Tell me something, Makina. What you really, really want to know? Last night, you talked with your mother over the telephone, right?
How'd you do that?
Yeah, that's right. Told her that she's gonna be a grandma. Are you not gonna tell me the result? It's not like I was trying to keep it a secret or anything.
I just figured I could use it as leeway to get you to finally have sex with me. Leverage, not leeway.
She just said I didn't have to come back if I didn't want to. That's all. You don't have to go back. Is that really what she told you?
Yeah, if I'm willing to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess she's just really given up on me at this point, you know? They say rumors only last 49 days and all, right? Yeah, I bet you she doesn't give a crap anymore.
Okay, for one thing, that saying is 75 days.
No, shut the fuck up! No, was it that? You know, you're really annoying when you exist.
Is this the time to be cackling like an idiot?
I don't know, is it the time to have sex? We did that too.
Does she really think the problem's been resolved? That we can keep up this peaceful life?
As long as she stays in the school, yeah.
The idea's ridiculous. If the situation was simple enough to settle with a quick chat over the phone, things never would have gotten as bad in the first place.
Tell that to every romantic comedy ever.
I'd love for this calm daily life to go on forever, but unfortunately I've got a very strong premonition things are only going to get worse because I'm going to make them. And for whatever reason, my instincts are regrettably reliable when it comes to things like this.
Yeah, she was definitely going to get sniped.
I was going to say, this is probably the route where you have been the least correct about everything.
Right? Nah, don't worry. It'll come around and
It
it'll all
will.
be correct at the end. He was right in everything.
I hear a buzzing. The phone vibrating in my chest pocket is my work cell. When I slowly retrieve it and calmly check the screen, a small indicates I have a new email. Fighting down the urge to click my tongue in frustration at someone sending me an email, I take a look at the subject line.
It's just a text message.
Yeah.
It's always email in Japan.
From Co. to 9029.
90210. I love that show.
Official communication to agent number 9029 from his case officer. In other words, a direct order from Jib to me. And as for the contents of the message itself,
How was she?
you miss these. Present yourself at the main office, 1400 hours.
Well, that's a long time from now.
That's like 4 weeks. That's a very long time, isn't it? It's
1,400 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah? I mean, I couldn't tell you.
It's two extremely blunt sentences conveying nothing but the when and where. I check the watch on my left arm, and the current time is 12:12. I heave a single heavy sigh, and then snap my cell phone shut like a badass. Get to my
Unfortunately,
feet.
it didn't used to be a flip phone.
Yeah, it is now.
Oh, Yuuji, good timing. I was just about to go find you myself.
I didn't have sex with her.
Oh. Well, do you want to have sex with me? Yeah, okay.
What's up? You need something?
What are you talking about? It's lunchtime.
Oh, lunch. Huh.
What, are you going out or something?
Yeah, the boss over at my part-time job wants me to stop by at the main office.
So, what are you doing for lunch then?
I don't know, I'll just grab something around the convenience store or fast food place on the way. Like a can of beans.
I'm thinking Arby's. You can't wait 5 minutes even?
I double-checked my watch. 5 minutes or so wouldn't be a problem.
Okay, then wait here. I'll make you a box lunch.
Thanks, Mommy. No.
It'll just take a second, okay?
Hey. Well, that woman being pushy isn't anything new. No use fighting in this late in the game. Might as well just wait obediently and save myself trouble later.
So our whole dynamic is changing, and I guess, like, you're my mom now? Or, like, mother-in-law?
Yeah. But 5 minutes later, Amane's not the one who shows up.
Papa, you're going to work?
Amine, you shrank.
Yeah, we're the same person. Haven't you noticed that we haven't been in the room at the same time?
Except you have.
You
like,
literally have.
almost every time
I
you're
met
here.
you that way.
Shit.
Yeah, they called me in for a bit. It shouldn't take long, though.
Why'd they call you in? Did you do something bad or what?
Yeah, it sucks.
Well, nothing really comes to mind. This happens all the time. Something bad's gonna happen. Nothing to get worried about.
You really? I don't want you doing nothing dangerous behind my back, okay?
Okay, I'll do it in your face.
I did something dangerous behind your back last night. What up?
Oh, high five! I'm not high-fiving you.
It's fine. I said it's nothing to worry about, right?
Yeah.
That's that I was lying when I said nothing comes to mind. They've probably got something to say about that little shooting incident in the Mishima Cape police station.
Okay, then. You work hard out there, okay? Here's your lunch.
Apparently satisfied for the moment, the girl hands me a fruit by the foot. Pulls out a paper sack and then hands it to me. Thanks. What's inside?
An M9i4. My newly developed super saturated melon bun, model number 4.
Super saturated.
Yeah, I dumped a whole bottle of water on it.
I peed on it.
Yeah, permeated with saturated steam. It's a new method of baking the buns, where you trap lots of moisture inside in the form of pressurized water vapor. The outside's crisp and crunchy, but inside it's moist and sticky like me.
These things are pretty damn heavy.
Unlike your normal buns, it's got a specific gravity of about 1.25. First melon bun in the industry to sink in water. You know, elastic strength is 2.7 times higher, too, so it's got a nice satisfying response when you bite in. Like me.
You bite it, it's like, ah.
Not sure if I really understand the details, but it sounds like quite the culinary experience.
It's not. No, the texture's kind of like those mochi cakes with the air bubbles inside, so make sure to chew carefully before you swallow, or it might get stuck in your windpipe.
Understood. All right, I'll be on my way.
You have anything closer to beans?
Be careful, okay?
Yeah.
No goodbye kiss? Okay, fuck me, I guess.
I already did.
Well, hopefully I managed to convince her this isn't a big deal, but honestly, it's always a little depressing to get a summons like this. Since Jeep actually called me into the office instead of communicating through email or telephone, she did communicate through email.
Right.
This is probably going to be a fairly serious discussion.
Well, yeah, she called you in through the telephone, but you're not getting briefed.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Get in there and it's just a fucking big, schmarmy, fat chief of police like guy. God damn it, Yuuji, you're a loose cannon, but you get results.
As a general rule, when an older woman gets an earnest look on her face and says, "We need to talk," nothing's good's going to come of it. The message from Jeep just specified the main office as our meeting place. Of course, she didn't mean the actual headquarters of our organization in America. Did she? No, surely not.
I hope not.
The
Otherwise, I'm going to be late.
HQ that's borrowing some space a little more locally.
A Subaru.
It's going to go in there.
Yeah. It's just that's the front is a Subaru.
But you have to sit in the corner booth and like chant a certain thing.
Yeah, you have to order a certain kind of pizza that's
Yeah.
on whatever order.
Hold the onions.
I want pineapple. He must be an
Sir,
agent.
this is a Subaru. Getting to the building in question involves catching a civilian railway company train from Mishima Cape. I hate trains. Why are there so many trains? Transferring to Japan Railways in Shinagawa, then taking the subway from Yurakucho in Tokyo.
Yuuji's somehow the only autistic person in the world that doesn't like trains.
Arriving at the station platform with some time to spare, I settle down on a bench and then open up the paper sack I received from Makina.
There's a dog turd in here.
Inside, as promised, are a number of bright yellow pastries. They're typical melon buns by appearance, but when I pick one up, it's bizarrely heavy for its size.
She put a fucking engagement ring in every single one of them.
Taking the bun in both hands, I open my mouth wide and take a big bite. It's almost like crunching into a cookie and a bagel at once. Certainly a novel melon bun experience. The girl might be onto something. After completing my quick and sugary lunch, I endure the unpleasant train ride into the city, passing the time speculating about the reason I've been summoned.
I put a tracker in your penis and I know you've had sex.
I've been called to headquarters plenty of times before. The first was on the day I returned to Japan. As an employee newly transferred from the United States, I offered a formal greeting to the chief of my new branch office and filled out the paperwork to enroll in a training school where I'd learn how things were done in Japan. My second summons to HQ came after I completed my basic studies to arrange my transfer to a more advanced school for the second half of my training. My third summons came when unable to endure the starvation rations at the advanced training school. A few classmates and I cooked and ate some carp from the pond on campus. My fourth summons came when they wanted my expertise as specialized proficiency personnel, testing out some newly developed equipment.
The penis tracker.
That's where the penis tracker happened.
God, hoisted by my own petard.
And after finishing my second round of training and being deployed into the field, I was called in several times a year to be given some special jobs that weren't recorded in the Japanese office's books. In other words, when
handies.
I'm called into HQ, they're either angry with me or they have an annoying job to foist off on me. Or the handies. Either way, it's nothing to look forward to. After arriving at my...
These are annoying jobs. Your arm gets tired. Fucking use your mouth.
After
loser.
arriving at my stop on the 4 line, I climb up out of the subway and cross the bridge lined with cherry blossom trees and take the fork at the police station. My fork! Towards
Yoink!
Yasukuni Street. Within 5 minutes, our front gate comes into view. There's a guard in a smart blue uniform standing at the main entrance, and then a guard with a dumb blue uniform.
I was gonna say, like, nice, smart. That's a smart uniform. Oh my god, thank you.
Despite
That's so nice. You're the only person who's ever complimented my uniform.
Or it's like a smart uniform, as in like you can ask it to play your Spotify
Yeah,
list.
it's got Kit from Knight Rider in it.
He's just a rent-a-cop from a private security firm.
Oh, after you complimented my uniform, you're oh.
For what it's worth, there is a security station just inside, staffed by actual company employees, but the tools hanging from their shoulders don't have any filling stuffed inside. Always makes me wonder why they feel the need to bother lugging those heavy things around in the first place. Maybe it's a religious thing. In any case, since most of the defense systems actually protecting headquarters are outsourced to a variety of civilian security companies, the guards standing around in the lobby are probably just for show. Nestled in the corner of a structure with the romantic name of C Building.
That's hot.
Is the office of my beloved superior, Harudera Yuria, as section chief in the intelligence division. Not exactly a spacious room, but since Jib transferred in as a foreign capital, it was a hard-won prize. This office is a symbol of her successful struggle for promotion from acting section chief to formal command. A certain group of boorish individuals have been known to mock this room as a kennel, in reference to the work that goes on in here.
Mostly doggy style.
You need a pretty bald, black sense of humor to laugh at that particular joke. Number 9029 reporting in. There's no one here. Even as I offer the standard greeting, my eyes briefly find the room's built-in security camera and confirm that it's currently active. At this characteristic bit of shrewdness on my part, maybe cowardice is the better word, Jib gives a disdainful little snort and looks up at her cloak and appears like the final boss. She just popped in out of nowhere. She looks like a final boss.
Timely as always. Well, go ahead and take a seat.
Please, excuse me. He walks out the door with a chair.
Want anything to drink?
I took a seat. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, too fucking bad.
Even though I'm talking to Jabe, this is the company's main office, and I'm addressing my superior. Can't exactly give her the usual routine. I've always found that a little awkward, honestly. Probably one of the reasons I harbor a mild dislike for this room.
I'm not allowed to be an asshole in here.
JB picks up the telephone on her desk, combs up a stray lock of shaggy blonde hair, then presses the receiver to her left ear.
Kiara, 2 coffees, please. Yes, decaf for me.
Even got yourself a secretary now, eh? Cheeky girl.
Clever girl.
Did you say something?
Nope, not at all. Perhaps you're hearing things, ma'am?
Ugh, you're making my skin crawl. When you use polite language with me, it just feels like mockery. Forget it. Just talk normally.
I was mocking you. That certainly works for me, ma'am. Please excuse me. With a few crisp
Colonel Sanders?
words, a woman that doesn't look like she belongs in this visual novel,
Right?
presumably JB's personal assistant, enters the room.
She makes me dress like this. These glasses are too small for my head. Help! I have a headache. I don't even like fried chicken.
At a glance, she's maybe 24 years old. A good bit younger than JB. Her hair is an unusual silvery shade of gray, like my sister's. Neatly trimmed. Her skin's dark, and her pink painted lips are fairly thick. A good bit of African ancestry, but judging from the big bluish eyes behind her glasses, she's probably mixed race.
This is... I don't like that. I don't like that.
What?
It's like African ancestry with those big lips.
Oh.
It's like, come on, Japan, come on.
I couldn't guess her nationality just to look at her. Guess you could call that a fairly representative trait for those in this particular posting.
Japan, don't be racist challenge. Level impossible.
Here you are.
The personal assistant places the coffee cup on the table in front of me, her face blank and uninviting.
Are you 9029?
Yeah, I've been working under that designation for the last few years.
You failed the test. You weren't supposed to give that away.
Would you mind letting me shake your hand?
I lost her voice already. The woman holds out her hand with a smile that you'd almost think she learned from a textbook, but her eyes hold more than a bit of skepticism. The number 9029 has special significance within this organization, understandable enough to feel a little dubious about the legendary agent in question being a brat like me.
Is it true that there's been more than one 9029? How many people had it before you?
Thank you, Tiara. You may leave the room.
But this is the first time I've ever spoken to another human being.
Go back in your cage.
God damn it. Also, if you don't mind, maybe we could take a photo later.
Tiara, leave the room.
Okay. Alright then, see you around, wink.
The woman named Chiara winks a single eye shut behind her glasses and gives her lips a little smack as she leaves the office. I hadn't been particularly conscious of it before, but a certain characteristic of the woman catches my eye as she saunters out the door. It's her butt. My honest thoughts escape my mouth. Your secretary's got a pretty big ass.
It was her butt.
What kind of impression is that? Any attempt at sarcasm?
No, not particularly, just straightforward expression of my observations.
That's sexual harassment, you know.
Has that ever stopped us before? A superior using the word sexual harassment as a weapon to intimidate men is powerful harassment, my friend. Power harassment.
You're never at a loss for words, are you? Shut up.
You think? Back in the day, a certain blonde used to complain about me not even answering when spoke to. I guess people really
I don't
can
sound
change.
like that.
Ignoring Jib's incensed glare with a composure born of long experience, I take the paper coffee cup by its cardboard sleeve and bring it to my mouth. Herm pretty good. Common joke that an officer's field orderly learns more about making coffee than anything else, but it seems there might be a little bit of proof to it.
And tell me, why'd you come over in your school uniform of all things? We're willing to pay for some decent clothes, you know.
Too much of a pain to get changed, that's all.
Plus I got pee on him. It's a long story.
Just a polite fiction, of course. I'm not quite that lazy. But honestly speaking, even if they bought me some Gusachi or Versucci,
Jesus Christ.
that's hard to say, the fake names,
Right.
or whatever, there's no way I'd be able to pull that look off. For one thing, Jib, last time they forced me into a suit to get an updated photo for our internal records, I seem to remember you shouting, "Looking like someone got a big J for middle school prom." You didn't call me here to criticize my fashion sense, right? Or to show me your secretary's big ass. Can we get to the point?
Actually, I did. Holy shit, it's huge, right?
He just wanted to brag.
Yeah. I mean, check that thing out. We've got cameras, and my desk computer just has a constant feed of the one behind her.
It's got its own zip code.
Yes, I don't need you to remind me.
It beeps when she backs up. JB stalks over to the corner of her room, still sporting a sulky frown, to where a hefty little safe sits on the ground. It's squatting down in a way that affords me fleeting glimpses of her thighs through the hem of her skirt. She begins to spin the dial installed on the front of it.
Don't look over here, alright?
Not to worry, if I feel the need for a little eye candy, I'll just take another look at that secretary's rear end before I head home.
Okay, not what I was talking about. I'm telling you not to memorize the combination. It's 1, 2, 3.
Not to worry, I'm not so starved for female company as to get hard over a hunk of metal.
You're missing out then. You ever played Nier Automata?
Not what I meant. Ugh, you're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Yes. Just a joke.
Listening to your jokes is enough to throw off my menstrual cycle.
Is that possible?
Because I'm pregnant.
You'll save big on rubbers.
Enough. Okay, here.
I don't use them.
Can you still scroll around after seeing this?
Are we still talking about... Never mind. Herm! The envelope she thrust violently before my eyes bears a red stamp reading, "Fax copying strictly prohibited."
Oh my god.
When I open it, I find an official order document identified by a serial number. The paper's specially coded. A standard fax or copy machine won't even pick up the characters, on top of which, after a certain period of time, the words will fade away to an illegibility all on their own.
This message will now self-destruct.
Yeah, I say it'll self-destruct after I read it. In other words, I can tell without even glancing at the details that this is an extra departmental order. Perfectly official, but completely off our books. The sort of thing that absolutely can't come to light. Again, huh? This isn't the first time I've gotten orders like these. I've had several of these envelopes handed to me, and without fail, their contents have always been an assassination mission. High-ranking drug cartel bosses, corrupt politicians with dangerous political leanings. There's quite a difference in terms of social position and status, but...
It's gonna be Makina.
No. Individuals or groups determined by the collective will of the nation to pose a significant disadvantage to its interests are quietly, secretly removed from the stage. The nail that stands out gets pounded down, as they say.
Done and done.
In an assassination of that sort, sniping is a fairly common method.
You would think.
Typically, from like the 8th floor, maybe? Several shooters are assigned the same task.
He just likes to always say that out loud because he never goes to the 8th floor. So it gives
Yeah.
him more time to escape.
As with a firing squad, it's an attempt at easing the conscience by making it impossible to know who fired the killing shot, but even so, murder be murdering, yo.
I feel like you would still know.
Hey, Jib, I can't kill people anymore. You know that, right?
Of course I
You
do.
slayed that puss last night. Sorry.
After all, it's the reason you ended up on reserve duty.
I've participated in several assassinations of this sort previously, but I'm fundamentally a coward. When it comes to taking human lives, I'll hesitate just as much as a normal person.
Since when?
No matter what kind of evil, worthless scum I'm looking at through my scope, my finger freezes up for a moment when I try to pull the trigger. That's a fatal flaw or something, I don't know. You skipped it a little. Even
did
so,
I?
when
Sorry. My finger got heavy and I was looking at something else. Sorry.
my master was alive, I managed to kill without thinking too much. When I told myself I was pulling the trigger in Asiko's place, when I told myself that even a piece of garbage like me could be useful to Asiko this way, I could fire without worrying about a thing. When the job was over and I went home, Asiko was there to embrace me and say, "Well done." She was there to confirm that I'd done the right thing. But Asiko's gone. The person who bore the curses of the dead in my place is gone now. She can't be replaced. Unless the words come from someone who's stained their hands with blood. That can't offer me the slightest comfort.
Jabel's not one of those people.
Jib, I'm sorry, but you're not good enough. You know that perfectly well yourself, don't you? A sniper who can't pull the trigger is right up there with a radio that can't make a sound in the irritating, useless junk department. It's a good part of the reason I ended up on the reserve in the first place. Why would you even bother showing me this now? Just fucking look at it.
I just wanted you to look at her ass. I said I understand, didn't I? Come down and look at the name out of our mark.
Wiggity wiggity what now?
Told you.
Target Irisu Makina. What is this?
Oh, it's a pretty common name though. Might be someone different.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it looks like. The target of this mission is a classmate attending your own school, Irisu Makina.
Surely you can't be serious. What the hell's going on?
I am, and don't call me serious. Don't pry into the reasons. That's part of your job as well.
Why would Makina be... Who's the client?
I don't know that myself, and there's certainly no need for you to know either. In the end, it doesn't even matter. I'm only middle management, passing on instructions from the top to the pawn, such as yourself. And you simply obey those orders, or am I wrong?
Yeah, I quit. She's not wrong. That's exactly how it is. Jip brought me this knowing full well that I can't kill. Knowing about my relationship with Makina in detail because I texted her right after.
During.
At this
I
rate,
live streamed it.
the girl's definitely going to be erased one way or the other. Is Jib telling me I should be the one to do it? That if Makina has to die, dispatching her personally would be the kindest way?
Are they actually going to... They're actually going to have to fake her death.
Maybe. Or maybe this whole summons is nothing but a facade, and JB's sole objective was to tip me off to the threat to Makina's life in the form of an order. Whatever the case, I can't keep my shock from showing on my face. Ah! Why is this happening? Resisting the urge to grind my teeth, I lower my gaze to the document in my hand. The field where the issuer of the order would usually be named is blank, but nonetheless there are 3 stamps of authorization below. A tripartite order? I love using that word.
Isn't that a Pokemon?
It's sort of, yeah, it evolves from dupartite.
Yeah, exactly.
This sort of shady job usually comes with Akasaka's approval alone, but this time we've got the full set.
Gotta catch them all.
In other words, this mission was undertaken on the mutual agreement of Akasaka, Ichigaya, and Kazumigaseki. Definitely not something you see every day.
That's how it is. In other words, we can take a fairly flashy approach if necessary. Everyone will cover for us.
Why are you showing this thing to me?
You know perfectly well, don't you? As this mission was authorized by Akasaka. That's fun to say. I'm required to prepare the very best and most appropriate talent available to me. To the best of my knowledge, no one is better suited to the job
Sounds
than you.
like I'm doing a magic trick or something.
Akasaka!
You want me to kill a classmate with my own hands?
You can use a gun.
You've got some nerve, you shaggy-headed, dim-witted...
If telling me off improves your mood, then feel free to say whatever you want. However...
Bitch! Sorry.
Oh, okay, well...
You want a clear yes or no, right?
Exacto mundo.
No. Although it should probably go without saying, for a mission carried out with this level of secrecy, you're not typically going to get a briefing on the specifics before you accept the job. When the plan's going to be executed, where it'll be put into operation, who's participating, how many teams will be committed, you don't know a single thing in advance. Once you've listened to a plan in full, saying, I think I'll pass after all, isn't going to fly. In the first place, an agent only needs to understand their specific job. The broader circumstances aren't any of our concern.
You know, we were talking about the Mission Impossible thing.
Mm-hmm.
With the explodes or whatever, the self-destruct. Those always start with your mission if you choose to accept it.
Yeah.
So are any of them ever just like, nah? They hear the entire briefing, the thing explodes, and they're like, no, I don't want to do this
Yeah.
one. Pass this one to someone else.
I mean, probably. And they make another one, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if you turn down a job as a spy, I guess. Probably
Yeah, it's like, are you done then? Or can you just can you just get paid as a international super spy or whatever
and not do
and
much.
not do any of the missions?
When
it's up to you.
When you're a piece on the board, only 2 things are requested of you: the willingness to do what you're told and the ability to make it happen.
And every so often an un passant.
Your personal circumstances aren't worth shit. There's no compromise option. It's yes or no, one or the other.
What an unpleasant expression.
That's just my face.
Staring into my face, Jib mumbles the words quietly. Still feel like talking about the secretary's ass?
Kind of.
Maybe.
It would make me feel better.
At the moment, I've probably got a look of someone who spotted a loathsome insect scuttling around on the floor and crushed it emotionlessly. An unattractive mixture of disgust and cold-blooded cruelty. It's an expression you get used to seeing after spending enough time in this company. The expression of someone enduring injustice, resigned to ugly reality. The expression of an agent.
There are 2 choices open to you. Will you undertake the assassination of Makina, or will you pretend to have seen nothing and leave this room immediately?
So do I have to make that choice right now?
I mean, I can give you a few minutes, but I've got lunch. Due to the nature of the mission, I can't exactly allow you to go home for the day and think of the matter over at length. All the more so, given that you are currently residing in the same facility as the target and have probably already had sex with her. If you were to refuse participation in the job at this point, we'd have to take you into custody for the time being.
Well, yeah, I'd imagine so.
Well, I'm just gonna say yes and then not do it.
I was going to say, what if he just says yes and then never kills her?
I mean, then they'd come after them both. So they're gonna have to
Right.
fake her death. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is... Like, the only way out of this at this point is to fake her death or just kill her.
In other words, the moment I saw that document, the number of options available to me was essentially reduced to who now? The answer is yes.
A wise decision.
A tinge of relief in her voice, Jib softly exhales the air in her lungs, and then peers into my eyes as I was searching for some reassurance of my loyalty.
Can you swear that on the stars and stripes?
Well, we're in Japan,
Or a
so
big
sure.
red circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll swear it on the flag.
Well, they trained in America, so...
Yeah.
Alright,
But she's German.
in that case you can leave for today. I'll contact you as soon as the details are decided.
Understood. I promptly stand from the sofa and click my heels sharply together to get back home to Kansas. Number 9029, resuming normal post on semi-alert status. Jib averts her eyes away from my steady gaze slightly, briefly glancing at the surveillance camera installed in the corner of her office that shows her secretary's badonk.
I was gonna say, she makes sure the camera's looking at her before she flashes you.
For your troubles.
Most likely they had staff standing by watching the monitor in real time as a precaution against me refusing the order. Pretending not to notice, I raise my head from the salute and then promptly leave the room. Rips it up. Well, that ain't fucking happening. Well then. What to do? I'd been prepared for something ugly, but not to suddenly find myself placed on the side of those hunting Makina.
He's just, like, walking through the place, like, super casually and not saying anything. Then he gets out the door and just...
That said, it's not like the current situation was completely outside the realm of my speculation. Considering the power and influence of the Irisu family, I'd vaguely hypothesized a scenario like this might be a possibility.
I totally knew this was gonna happen.
From the 8th floor. Most likely, Akasaka is playing a large role in this one. Uncle Sam, the father of post-war Japan, kindly allowed us to develop wealth and influence under the banner of freedom and democracy, and the people running the show in Nagatacho still haven't managed to move out of Dad's basement. Anyways, I glance at the watch on my left wrist. 14:23. This thing's broken. Seems that meeting in Jib's office actually took less than 30 minutes. Coming to a halt a little ways before the bridge I crossed on my way here, I glance over at an outpost of a certain hamburger peddling multinational corporation.
Man, I really shouldn't have taught her how to use a sniper rifle.
This sort of food isn't bad every once in a while, plus I can get a Squishmallow toy.
Yeah, and a grimace shake.
Muttering this blatantly artificial comment to no one in particular, I enter the fast food restaurant. Then make straight for the register, ordering the company's namesake burger, the Migback, a side of french fries, and an iced coffee.
Ew.
After paying in advance, I take my drink and ticket and settle in a seat by the window.
Iced coffee? With lunch?
The street outside's not suspiciously busy at the moment. Only a few passers-by. Among them, I notice a businessman of some sort standing in front of the bridge with his shirt sleeves rolled up and a jacket tucked under one arm. He's pressing a cell phone to his ear, obsequiously bowing his head over and over. Talking to his boss or a client. That is for certain.
Yeah, I mean,
There are
on
no
the
other
phone,
options.
He's bowing while on the phone?
Either way, he won't be hanging around there for too long. Eventually, a member of the restaurant's floor staff comes over with my food on a plastic tray, exchanging it for the ticket in my hand.
Oh my god! This crossword is super easy.
What an idiot. I gave her some paper and she gave me food. After a few vigorous bites into my burger, I glance out the window again, only to find that businessman who'd been desperately apologizing to his phone has already taken his leave. Herm.
He kind of had a big butt, too.
Been a while since I had a meal like this. It's pretty tasty. Not exactly something I'd want to eat every day. And there's not enough beans in it.
Yeah, it's not Taco Bell. The only fast food worth eating every day.
Pretty much. Not bad, but more or less sums it up. Once I've washed down the overly juicy hamburger with my iced coffee,
Gross.
I quickly shovel the thick french fries into my mouth and then put my tray away and leave the restaurante. I glance at my watch again. 14:31. 7 minutes in there. After making my way briskly back to the station, I take the stairs 2 at a time and slip my way into the premises. Once I descend to the appropriate platform, I walk all the way to the far end, boarding the very first car of the subway train that arrives with perfect timing. Since it's early afternoon, the subway isn't exactly crowded. I only count 6 passengers in the lead car, excluding myself. Ignoring the numerous empty seats, I turn around, open the door in the back of the carriage, and make my way into the next car. And there I find... Thought so. The man who'd been kowtowing into his phone by the burger place seems to have caught this train as well. He's wearing the jacket formally under his arm, and his formally swept back hair is now parted horizontally, but it's definitely him. Oh, businessman! The man catches his breath for a moment when I meet his eyes, but after I offer him a quick smile and nod, he jerks up one side of his mouth and furrows his brow in an expression of wry resignation.
Is that him?
I guess that's him.
Yuuji?
Well, I guess it's only what you'd expect.
The company might have allowed me to go home, but they're not quite soft enough to let me wander off all alone. Under the circumstances, it's only natural that they'd have someone keeping an eye on me. Do you mind if I take that seat?
Go ahead.
There are empty seats all over the train, but I settle myself down right next to the man. This way, he won't have to bother pretending to read a newspaper while shooting me little glances out of the corner of his eye. A little gesture of professional courtesy on my part. Leaning back next to my new friend, I...
Hello, my new friend.
sink calmly into thought while pretending to study an advertising monitor above the exit. Since my immediate orders were to stand by, it's probably safe to assume there's going to be a few days of preparation before Makina's assassination is carried out. I want to believe they're going to approach this very carefully. And I've never been wrong up to this point.
Right.
One day on standby. One day for us to learn and absorb the details of the operation. One day for ordering and provisioning the necessary equipment and machinery. One day for general review and familiarizing ourselves with something. Even estimating fairly generously, I've gained 4 days at the longest.
That's enough time to have sex at least, like, 37 more times.
Yeah. If I had turned down the job, the company would have simply locked me down and given it to another agent. I've bought myself a little time here, and now I need to use it to find a way out of this mess. That said, given the current situation, I'm not going to find any answers, no matter how thoroughly I think this over. I'm suffering from an obvious and crippling lack of information. It's going to get back to the school, and Makina will have died 7 minutes ago. Be like, if I hadn't have stopped and gotten that burger!
Oh my god, why did I supersize it?
I can't even see my enemies. There's no harder way to fight a battle. That was fun. He seems kind of nonplussed about it, to be quite honest.
Well, he has to act like, because he knew they were watching him. Because if he act panicked or anything, they'd doubt that he was going to do it.
The man who'd been sitting at my side, apparently finding the experience extremely awkward, removed himself from the train at the very first station stop. There wasn't any sign of someone taking his place afterward. On the whole...
That's not how you spell afterward.
Oh. Afterward. On the whole...
Go afterward! Afterward.
My return to Mishima Cape went off surprisingly smoothly, but...
Afterward.
Afterward.
Tentacles.
Guess it's not quite that easy. There's an unfamiliar motorcycle parked along the street near the entrance to the shopping district.
It must belong to one of those car
gangs. Although the bike itself looks like it's fresh off the lot, the license plate on the back is noticeably battered and worn. Probably a special plate that's seen service on a number of vehicles over the years.
Or it's the plate of that guy that traded it out for that van that he stole or
Yeah.
whatever. Or no, that was his van, wasn't it? He said he changed the plates
But
though.
it was a fake, yeah.
Yeah.
Earning them paychecks, I see. Judging from the resources they've committed to surveillance, the client must be pretty on edge. Speaking of that client of ours, there are several points I'm having a difficult time getting my head around there. First and foremost, why have they suddenly decided Makina needs to die at this point? Considering we're talking about someone connected enough to request a job from our company, it's hard to believe they couldn't have arranged something like this a long time ago. Until now, Makina's enemies have been content to keep her stuffed away in a corner like a worthless employee too troublesome to fire. Even when she pokes her head out of the cage, they've limited themselves to warnings, however blunt. So what's prompted this casual change in policy to an outright assassination? I can't understand why this client's allowed Makina to live up until now. Why they've only now just decided to kill her.
Because it's her mom.
Something must have changed. There must be some reason they can't afford to worry about appearances anymore. If I could only identify that reason, I have a feeling I might be able to devise some counter strategies as well, but in the first place, who exactly is our enemy here? I think this is one question Makina herself wouldn't be able to answer, even if I were to explain the situation to her. Since they got the Akasaka off its ass, we're talking about a group of or individual with significant power on the global scale. It's Yumiko. Obviously, they're involved with the Irisu somehow, but the nation itself won't move its heavy buttocks for private interests. 3 stamps suggests the involvement of someone in the Pentagon, or maybe a shove from the NSA. Whatever the exact details, this is without a doubt turning into a proxy war against an extremely problematic opponent.
Oh, Kazami-san.
Fuck, I'm gonna die!
Okay. Welcome home. I'm glad to see you back so soon.
Help me! Hey, Sachi, can you become like a super assassin really
Yes,
quickly?
I already am. I'll get my maid outfit.
What's Makina up to?
She recently polished off 3 pancakes or so as an afternoon snack and is currently enjoying a post-prandial rest.
Taking a siesta, huh?
I don't speak Spanish. Yes, shall I wake her up?
No, that's alright. Might as well let her sleep.
Very well.
I have to kill her anyways.
It'd be easier to shoot her.
Anything happen while I was gone?
Yeah, she ate 3 pancakes and fell asleep. Now that you mention it, an envelope addressed to you was delivered fairly recently.
A delivery for me?
Yes, here you are.
Oh, sweet, my Etsy order.
I instantly recognize the pea green envelope Sachi casually produces. It's standard Asahi Clean stationery. Who brought this over exactly? My name's written on the envelope, but there's no address or post office stamp. We generally don't make a policy of entrusting internal documents to middlemen like the post service. Someone from the company must have brought it directly.
I do apologize, but I didn't think to ask for the man's name. I believe he was most likely an employee from a motorcycle messenger service.
The MMS, I see. Motorbike messengers are right up there with taxi drivers as popular side job at Ichigaya. The delivery man was almost certainly a coworker of mine. I wonder if it was Dave. Just give him a call.
Asshole.
Actually, come to think of it, I'm impressed you even got him to hand it over. Normally speaking, any internal document, let alone something you'd go out of your way to transport via sneaker net, would be designated direct delivery only, but here we are. I mean, I'm a cute girl in a maid outfit.
Yeah, I mean...
He handed it
people
right
just-
over.
People just give me things. You ever been a girl before? The people just give you things. Yes, at first the gentleman was quite stubborn about being required to deliver this to the addressee in person. Then I karate chopped his throat and he just handed it right over. However, when I then stated, in that case I won't move from this spot until you change your mind, after 15 minutes he agreed to entrust it to me.
Just a guess here, but I'm thinking that delivery man, it was Dave. He'd been planning to wait for my return out by the main gate or something. Probably wasn't expecting to deal with an expressionless woman in full maid uniform standing...
Since when is she expressionless? He said that twice now.
Yeah, I don't...
She's like it got like so many expressions.
Rigidly at his side like a diminutive Buckingham Palace guard.
Maybe the scales falling from her eyes is when she shows expression.
But only you can make them fall from her eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't do that in this route.
The man might well have tried to be considerate, probably told Sachi, "It's fine, I'll take care of it," or asked, "Why don't you at least sit down?" This, of course, would have earned nothing but a curt, "No, thank you," as the perfectly stationary girl continued to bore into him with her steady, unblinking gaze. It's pretty much just the way our Komine Sachi's personality works, but... Well, I can understand how it might seem more than a little creepy to an outsider, probably broke under the sheer psychological pressure. Although only lasting 15 minutes is pretty damn pitiful any way you look at
that's
it.
respectable. Shut up.
For some reason, the gentleman began scratching violently at his head with both hands. Then shouted, fine, you want it that bad, just take it, in an almost desperate tone of voice. Did I perhaps do something wrong?
No, you're fine, Sachi. More importantly, was the man who delivered this envelope maybe riding a new-looking black motorcycle?
Yes. It was indeed a black motorcycle, but there's a lot of those in the world. An acquaintance of yours.
Most of them. No, that's not it. Just noticed this unfamiliar motorcycle stopped at the entrance to the shopping district, so I was wondering if it might have been him. I see, so he switched right over to surveillance after dropping off the documents to me. If the guy can get worn out by Sachi here, he's probably a pretty damn green new part-timer, but an observer with that kind of mobility is still somewhat troublesome. In any case, the envelope got to me in the end. Thanks, Sachi. Have a head pat.
Certainly. I'm quite pleased to be of service.
A delivery from the company right now almost certainly has something to do with the assassination we just discussed, but the envelope's strangely thick. From what Sachi told me, the messenger stopped by about an hour and a half ago. At the time, I was still in Jib's office. In other words, the woman could have handed these to me herself if she wanted to. But anyways, that's an episode.
Oh, okay.
Woo! Yeah. Things are getting crazy here on...
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. What is he gonna do?
Fake her death.
Fake her death and run away?
What else can you do?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, even at this point, even if she was like, fine, I'll go back, I'll become the whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it's too late. That phone call with her mom activated something. What is that going to be our choice?
It was the
like,
jelly.
That'll be the fucking route choice, is to actually kill her or not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what? I don't know. Some of them have been weird.
It could be. They've been exactly like that.
The Sachi one was fucking kill yourself or kill your mom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it wasn't that, though. So maybe
No.
this will be the same thing.
Right.
Where it's like, what are my choices? Run away or kill Makina? And then, like, the right choice will be kill Makina, but you don't actually kill her.
Right.
'Cause
Like, I go to pull the trigger, but then can't.
Yeah, exactly. Who fucking knows? I guess we'll find out, because we have to make the right choice.
Yeah.
Because we're smart brains.